Well, first I want to say thank you. We have in the house Mr. Let me see.
The B-I-G-D-A-D-D-Y-K-A-N-E. I'm good and plenty, serving many and any competition, wishing for an expedition. I'm straight up dissing and dismissing. Listen.
We're going to start off with verses. Legendary. Tore it down. With your catalog, how on earth were you able to even choose what to actually perform?
Well, since I was doing a verses with KRS-One, I wanted to make sure that, you know, we mainly stuck to all the, you know, the street songs, because that's pretty much what his catalog is. You know, I had a few of the other ones, like, you know, just in case, you know, he did Jimmy or Superho or something like that, you know. But mainly I just wanted to really stick to the street stuff.
Yeah. But even so, everyone was talking about the matchup, like, okay, that's two different types of hip hop, rap. I'm like, no, actually it isn't, because you're so versatile. Like, again, your catalog is extensive and it's very versatile. You have dance, hip hop, so.
You know, I think that a lot of people have short-term memory. So, you know, they're so accustomed to me doing like party jams or songs, you know, for the ladies, that they forget, you know, the street songs, which, you know, works in my advantage because that's not on your mind. So you hear it, it's like, oh, I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, that was my jam. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And that's exactly what you hit on with. It was definitely an epic moment. I don't even think there was a harder one after that. But anyway, I'm not going to diss anybody by saying that. Your shows have always been an amazing experience. I know firsthand, because I actually gone to one of your shows. The energy that you provide, how do you continue on and on? Like, we never were able to stop. I mean, where does that come from for you, being an entertainer?
I love to entertain and perform. Like, to see an audience having a good time and screaming and jumping up and down, that gives me even more energy. And it makes me want to, you know, take them on a real roller coaster ride. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, I feed off the crowd.
Evident. Okay. Am I doing good so far?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Some artists say music is universal, right? But many people and other artists and genres can create a hip hop track and then suddenly it's considered as original. Not knowing when it comes to originality and looking back at like your work, how do you feel about that?
I don't see, when I look at this younger generation and what they do in hip hop, I do consider it different than what we did. You know, that drill music, you know, that wasn't our thing. That's you know, something that these young cats do. That's their style of music, their form of hip hop. You know, it's nothing like what we did. So I mean, I think what, you know, the younger generation do is a whole lot different than what we did. Now, you know, you have a select few, like, you know, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Benny the Butcher, that do similar stuff to what we did, and, you know, probably grew up, you know, I doubt people like me, Rakim or KRS, but they may have grew up listening to like Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, you know, and that might have been their influences. But, you know, there's a select few that I do, you know, feel like keep what we did alive, that form of hip hop. But this younger generation, I think they have a whole completely different style and format of what they call hip hop.
Okay, so like the mumble rap, like.
I'm not gonna call it that. I'm just gonna call it their style, you know.
I'm just saying because think about it. Rock created grunge. From rock came grunge, Kurt Cobain. So the way that I'm looking at it is the same thing. Hip hop has spun off.
Perfect example, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well put. Yeah, I love the way you put that.
So, but you're still not gonna say.
I mean, if they want to call it mumble rap, you know, that's all. You know, that's all them. You know, okay, I'll take it. It's cool with me.
Now, switching gears on a political standpoint, people of color are still, you know, experiencing racial inequality. Bills are being passed left to right. People are talking about how Black Lives Matter still has not gotten passed, but there are other laws that have gotten passed. Mm-hmm. And I mean, when it comes to inclusive, talking about reparations and things of that matter, what are your thoughts on that? Of everything's just still glazing over?
I think that to get laws passed and make a change, I think that Black people need to understand how other nationalities go about doing that. You know, I think that, you know, we have to collectively work with certain politicians to help put them in office and make them understand that we're supporting you for this reason and this is what we expect to see, you know. And also, I think that we have to combine, and instead of, you know, marching all the time, what we have to do is boycott, you know, big brands that feed off of us. You know, the amount of money that Black people put into McDonald's, the amount of money that Black people put into Chick-fil-A, the amount of money that Black people put into Gucci, and so on, you know. Collectively, we boycott these brands, boycott these franchises, and they take a hit financially, then they will start respecting what we want, you know. Because it's like when you boycott, you know, all they do is like, well, we'll name this month after you, you know. We'll put a bunch of Black TV shows on Amazon Prime for you.
Shielding.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
We'll give you a street.
Yeah.
And again, we're the most targeted audience when it comes to marketing, but it's not really for us. And everything you just said was exactly what I've been seeing a lot of, especially when it came to the last administration that was in there. And I think it just, like for myself, how do you feel? It just seems like the Band-Aid was ripped off of something that was already there for many years. Now you see a lot of people still like, oh, racism is at an all-time high. Just in the, and I think we needed to have that last entity in the White House to show us what was really prevalent. But what do you, like you just said, for the people, what are your thoughts as a community still when it comes to some of these political figures, like currently the one we have in the White House, to still do more for us? Do you feel like we get slighted?
Absolutely. You know, I watched a whole lot of promises being made during election time, and the ones that were dedicated to Black people, I haven't seen fulfilled yet. You know, I've seen, you know, ones that were for Asian people, ones that for gay community, or how, you know, how the correct way of wording it. But for Black people, I haven't seen those fulfilled yet, you know. And, you know, with the last, you know, administration, I mean, it's like, I think that whatever type of racist feelings or ways of thinking that people had were brought to the forefront, you know. I mean, yeah, during that year, orange was the new white, you know.
Yeah. Back in the day, like, we had a lot of songs for unification. We had Feed the World, we had for AIDS activism, you know, Friends. We had self-destruction, and you were a major part of that. I haven't seen that in most, you know, currently, but being a part of that and the layers and being a part of something so instrumental, what are your fondest memories about that?
being able to use your voice for something positive, being able to, you know, speak to your people and uplift them, you know, because, you know, majority of artists came from the hood, and, you know, having, you know, that chance, that opportunity to make it out and become successful, you want to give back and you want to uplift your people. And you had so many great, amazing artists, you know, Karis One, Queen Latifah, Public Enemy, you know, oh man, just so many, you know, uplifting hip hop artists that had such a positive message, you know, for the community, to uplift them and make them feel good, you know, and I think that's missing in hip hop. I would love to see a lot of younger artists doing that as opposed to, you know, talking about, you know, Percocets and stuff like that, you know.
So what is it something that they don't know about Kane? What do you do that nobody knows and you do it well?
Kane. Well, for one, Kane likes to cook. Kane like to, Kane like, you know, I get bored, I get in the kitchen and cook. You know, I like to cook.
What you cooking?
I cook a lot of different cuisines, you know. Yeah, you know, I do Jamaican food, Italian food, Thai food, Hawaiian food, you know, yeah, a lot of stuff, Spanish food, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
And I guess that is something that we didn't know, because I didn't know that. Now you have a son, a handsome son. And I just want to know, is he showing any expressions of wanting to do music? Does he know how famous his dad is?
My son, he knows exactly who I am. He knows exactly what I mean to hip hop. He gets it, and, you know, he's made it crystal clear that, you know, not only do he want to, you know, be involved, he wants to replace me. Yeah, he told me the hard people, you know, you had your shot. Yeah, that little dude crazy, man.
So he's ready.
Yeah, he's ready all day.
And I'm sure you'll be right there. You and your wife will be right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm starting to get him into it now.
Okay.
And yeah, you know, he's very ambitious and focused. Yeah.
And the thing is when you, I mean, by the time he gets there, wow, are you going to instill some of the jewels that you had, like to keep his music original?
Well, with my son, I think he's gonna go more to the acting side than the music side.
Got you.
Yeah, because he has an amazing personality and a lot of character. You know, I mean, and you know, he's just one of those type of kids that come across great on camera. You know, like he stands out, and you know, he has a lot of character.
How do you manage to be of the entertainment business, but not like out there in it? You maintain your exclusivity, but yet everybody knows you. How do you balance that?
I believe that there are certain characteristics, certain traits that people have that people admire, that other people admire about you. You know, and I try to give my followers and supporters that. You know, I try not to overdo it and, you know, keep everybody all in my personal life. My life is not a reality show, you know, but I give you enough to let you, you know, keep you entertained and let you know that I'm thinking about y'all and I appreciate the support. You know, I don't mind letting people into my world, you know, but I mean, it's just that, you know, I have my private time as well that I prefer to keep to myself. So I try not to overdo it and oversaturate myself, you know.
And that's what I see social media wise. It's like that balance. Everybody can't actually, I mean, obviously I experience. So, but the fact that you do it like so neutrally and it's not, like you said, oversaturated.
Yeah. I mean, there's times, you know, I'm sitting around, I see a silly meme or something will come to mind, and, you know, I'll post that.
Funny.
You know, sometimes, you know, you know, just thinking about stupid stuff, and I may speak on it, you know. But then there's other times where I'm thinking about something like, yo, this has got to be the dumbest thing in the world. You know, let's talk about this. Let me you know, speak to my people so they don't do nothing this stupid. You know, or this is sad, man, and I hate to see this. Let me talk to my people. You know, if someone is going through this, and try to give them some inspiring words to uplift them if they are dealing with this type of situation. You know? So all of that.
And I think that's the great part about yourself. Being not only just a fan but a supporter, that you have actually, you're relatable, which is not very common, because think about it, it is the entertainment business, and some people can't have that split line to say, like, he's still a person, but you show that you're a person and people respect that, which is that's not a commonality. But I have to like talk about the slap. Did you see the slap? What are your thoughts on the somebody getting slapped on national television?
All I can really say about that situation is that if I felt that someone disrespected or offended my wife, I would slap the shit out of them too. I mean, I don't know what was going on through Will's mind. I don't know why he did it. I don't, you know, I mean, I understand that comedians tell jokes and it's supposed to be taken as joke. So I can't really speak on Chris' behalf. I can't really speak on Will's behalf. Speaking on Kane's behalf, if I felt that anyone disrespected or offended my wife, no, I'm lying. I wouldn't smack them. I probably, you know, 2-piece end of biscuit, you know.
I can see that more. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think that's an open hand situation.
Right. Yeah. So what do you have coming up in the future that you want your fans and supporters to know about?
Coming up in the future, well, you can be looking for my hip hop documentary called Paragraphs I Manifest. It features KRS, Melly Mel, Grandmaster Caz, MC Lyte, Eminem, Jay-Z, J. Cole, Snoop Dogg, Lady London, Rodney Jerkins, Common. I'm probably forgetting a few, but yeah, it's amazing just talking about lyricism in hip hop, how important the words are, and you know, creating a song. You know, it's something that I really wanted to do for the younger generation, just to inspire them and their creative juices. You know.
Wow. Oh wow! When is that coming out?
Well, we're in the editing process right now, so it'll probably be hopefully by fall. Hopefully by fall.
Okay. So, Kane, I want to thank you for coming out and talking to us here on HM Exclusive Interview. Truly appreciate it.